Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome your faces to another video. My name, as always, of course, is Kev, also known as TheGuiltyJoker, and I decided this evening, or earlier on, should I say, as it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I decided to do a video. I was actually joining DJ Acid earlier on with some trucking while he was streaming. And after the stream, I said to him, you know what, I might have a go at doing a video. Because years ago, or as I say, back in my day, I used to do a video. And I'm talking like 5 or 6 years ago, something like that. Long time ago. I used to do a video around Christmas time, which I would basically call the end of year vlogs. Or the end of year vlog, whatever. And it would basically be a vlog where I would talk about what's happened that year, what I want to do the following year, and those kind of things. I've always said that, you know, I'm against like well, not against, but I don't really agree with the whole like New Year's resolutions and stuff. And people sit there and say, you know, I want to quit smoking next year. Just fucking do it now. Because it's not an overnight thing to quit smoking. Unless you want to go fucking ballsy and try and go cold turkey, then in my opinion, good fucking luck to you, because I tried it and it didn't work. Which is why I went on to vaping, which some would argue is worse for you than smoking. I disagree, but fuck it, that's my opinion. Yeah. I don't agree with the whole New Year's resolution thing. If you want to make a change, just make a change. You don't need, you know, a new year, you know, to do a change something. You know, if you sit there and you think about, you know, you want to change something, just fucking do it. Don't wait for a new year to do it. You know? So, yeah. So it's not that kind of thing that I'm talking about with this. You know, it's ideas that I've got coming up. Things that I'm working on right now. That I want to change something. And I know it's going to take a bit of time for me to do it. So realistically, I want to take like a week off from really doing anything, and just let myself just shut down for a week or so and just not focus on a lot of stuff, which is always healthy, you know, just to shut off for a little bit, whether it be a day, with 2 days, a week, 2 weeks, a month, a fucking year, whatever. Because realistically, only you know how long you need to do something, right? By the way, I'm going to warn you now. If you don't like the long videos, you're not going to like this one. Click off and find another video to watch. Also, if you don't like emotional videos, again, click off, find another one. Because I'm going to go deep in this. I'm going to talk about some stuff that I haven't spoken about before. And it's going to be tough. Because I'm going to talk about some things that I went through this year and the effects of those, and it's not going to make for pleasant listening. I'm going to say that straight away, which I suppose for me, because I can't monetize the videos because I'm not a YouTube partner or anything like that yet, I haven't got the risk of being demonetized. So fuck it, I'm going to lay it all on the line and say everything. But yeah, this year's been rough for me, so I'm trying my absolute best to focus on things that I want to do that's going to be starting to, you know, take effect after the new year. But before I get to that, I kind of want to touch on some stuff that happened to me at the start of this year, and I'm actually going to start from November time, because that's when my life took a big turn. And I've had some big turns in my life. You know, like for example, when I was 14, my nan, who was my absolute fucking rock, was always there for me no matter what. You know, even though she didn't really understand my mental health illness and stuff, she was always there for me, always supported me, always had my back, no matter what. And she passed away when I was 14. And then I found out that her funeral was slap bang in the middle of when I was in the Lake District doing the Duke of Edinburgh expedition. I can't fucking say that word. I can already hear DJS's laughing, so shut it, you. So yeah, when I was doing the Duke of Edinburgh expedition, I think it was on the Wednesday, I was literally in the middle of Lake Ullswater. I think it was Ullswater or Windermere, one of the two. I was slap bang in the middle of the lake as my nan's funeral was happening. And I was told, you know, it's what your nan would have wanted. You know, she knew I was working my backside off, doing all the training and everything, building up to the expedition, and yeah, I can say at that time. She knew, you know, the amount I was going to in the training to build up for it. So it's what she would have wanted, and I obviously believe that now as well, and obviously believed it at the time as well. So I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna fucking go for it. And I'm thankful in a way that I did, because I came top of the group. So my school, for example, at the end of the school terms, they had a award ceremony thing where they would get in a celebrity. So I think that year, if I believe, they invited Chris Eubank to come to my school to do the ceremony thing. But yeah, they had a couple of celebrities. I think the year before they had Mark Spate, who sadly passed away. We had the other one, Peter Rose Brown, and you know, absolutely amazing guy. I actually done my work experience with him as well at Oxford United, which my dad was proud of because that's his favourite team. But yeah, so they had, at the end of the terms, they had an award thing, or what they called a prize giving, and I actually won an award for the Duke of Edinburgh training because of, obviously, you know, my nan's funeral being slap bang in the middle. Have I got to stop here? Okay, I'm going for it. Obviously my nan's funeral being slap bang in the middle, and I just cracked on with it. We did actually, credit to everybody involved in it, we actually stopped in the middle of the lake, and it was actually one of the D.A.V. expedition people. I can't remember what they're fucking called. It was their idea that we would get to the middle of the lake and we would all stop. So we're in canoes and kayaks. So I was in a canoe with two other people, but there was people in like single-seater kayaks and whatnot. And we actually all stopped in the centre of the lake and had a minute silence, obviously, for my nan. And there was like, because I soldiered on, because I pushed through it all and whatnot, I actually got an award for it. And yeah, thinking about it now, like, yeah, she would have wanted me to do it 100%, you know, because she obviously saw what I was doing for it. So I'm glad that I did crack on. I don't think it's done anything for me, but some of the other, you know, for the resume, right? But yeah, so I lost my dog in November. That massively affected me. And I've always said I've never been one to grieve. I don't know how to do it. I'm 36 and I still don't know how to fucking grieve. So I could never give anybody advice on anything. You know, the only thing I do ever say to people, if you lose a loved one, whether it be a pet, a family member, or a friend or whatnot, it's a good time to forget about any hatred or any issues that you had. And just remember all the fucking good times. Because the grand scheme of things, that's all that really matters. And we're stopping apparently. That's all that really matters. Just to, you know, remember all the good memories you've ever had with that person. So I, you know, remember all of my positive memories and whatnot with my dog. You know, seeing his face in the morning every time I woke up and whatnot. You know, taking him out for walks and the enjoyment he had going out for runs and everything like that. But actually grieving, not a fucking clue. Not a clue. And I'll be honest, it actually broke me. It actually broke me when my dog passed away. And death hasn't always really affected me. But obviously losing my dog really, really affected me. It broke me like nothing has ever broke me in my life. And the thing is, I was then in a position where I was like, I just want to give up. I essentially lost all purpose in life when I lost him. And I genuinely struggled. But then I sat there and thought, I have to somehow dig deep and push on, because as some people know, if you've watched in my previous videos, I spoke about how during COVID my dad was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia, and after the loss of my dog I could see that my dad was deteriorating rapidly with his dementia and stuff. So I had to find some inner strength to carry on, to be there for my dad, to do everything I could for him. But that was a challenge. And I've never spoken about it before, but during that time, you know, after losing the dog, I had no purpose of being alive. I kind of then really dug deep, and I actually figured out my purpose is supporting my dad. Nothing else mattered. You know, my life didn't matter. I carried on for my dad, and that was tough. That's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. You know, to ensure my dad was taking his medication, eating, drinking, doing what had to be done. I don't know how I done it. And then I got to a position in the end of January where I claimed myself as the biggest failure imaginable. When my dad had a fall, and he ended up cutting his leg open, and I obviously had to ring up for an ambulance. An ambulance came out, and the paramedics basically said he's gonna have to go in for stitches and things like that for the injury and stuff. And when he was in the hospital, they actually assessed him with like his dementia and stuff, and they actually said to me, we don't think it's right for him to come home. And they basically said he's gonna have to go into a care home. And again, at that time I thought, well, I'm a fucking failure. I failed to help my dog, and now I've failed with my dad. And it absolutely fucking killed me. But then I obviously thought about it, and I was like, going to a care home, obviously it's for the right reasons. He's going to be around professionals, people that know what they're doing. I haven't got a fucking clue. I actually never knew that dementia was just the umbrella of an illness. I always thought dementia's dementia, Parkinson's is Parkinson's, Alzheimer's is Alzheimer's. I never knew Parkinson's and Alzheimer's and stuff is dementia. It's just a different kind of a different branch, if that makes sense. And they basically said to me, your dad's got Lewy body dementia. And I actually said to them, I was like, what is, Lewy body dementia then? Is it just dementia? And they was like, it's similar to Parkinson's. And I was like, how could it be similar to Parkinson's? I was like, Parkinson's is dementia as well. And I was like, oh, but there's a fucking lesson for me then. I didn't know that. But there was like the only real sort of differences between, and not, I'm not saying this is exact, I don't know. But they basically said that Lewy body dementia is similar to Parkinson's. However, with Parkinson's, they have like they call it the shakes or the tremors, where like their hands shake and everything. Lewy body dementia, they don't have that. But I was basically told there's 7 stages to dementia, and when they assessed my dad, when he was at hospital, they was like, he's probably stage 5 or 6. And I then said to them, I was like, well, what's stage 7? And they was like, well, stage 7 is essentially he'll forget, he'll lose the ability to talk, he'll start losing the ability to walk and all that stuff. And I was like, fuck. And I'm actually glad in a way that happened, as dumb as it might sound to say it, because I've had people saying to me like, you've done fucking really well, to look after them. Like, it's so fucking difficult to look after somebody with dementia. So anybody out there who might be watching this who's been in a similar position where they've had to care for somebody with dementia, I fucking commend you for doing it, because I had to do it and I fucking struggled. But it was so difficult. But the thing is, for me, like, and this is probably going to sound wrong, and some people probably take this the wrong way. Having somebody tell me that I'm doing really well doesn't really mean much to me. But actually having, consultants and doctors and nurses and people from care homes that, are trained and qualified in, looking after people with dementia, to have those people stand and say to me, you've done amazing, that actually makes a difference. That I can then think, fuck, I actually have done alright. But there was still part of me inside that was still constantly beating myself up about it. Like, I still fucked up. I still dropped the ball. I should have done better. And that's just me. That's just how I am. I blamed myself for his downfall, even though that's just dementia. So there wasn't much I could do about it, essentially. I tried everything I could, and it just wasn't enough, because dementia is fucking vile. And I wish there was something I could do to change and cure everybody, but let's be realistic. If I could do that, I'd be richer than Elon Musk. If I could find a cure for dementia, I'd be richer than Elon Musk. So yeah, that's never going to happen. I know charities are working tirelessly to do research and whatnot, and all credit to them. That's why next year I want to try and do some charity stuff somehow. I don't know what yet, but I want to do something. But the thing is, then I thought, you know, this is going to be a turning point. I started what I called the rebuild, where I was going to start rebuilding myself, start taking better care of me, because now I'm on my own. I don't have my dog to look after. My dad's being looked after by professionals. Now I can devote my time to me and get myself into a better place. But I wasn't prepared. I just jumped in feet first into the fucking deep end, and I fucked up again. I experienced then the biggest mental breakdown I've ever had. I was formally diagnosed with having mental health illness when I was 12 years old. And I've had mental breakdowns. But this year, within, you know, the first few weeks of being home on my own, I felt so alone, so vulnerable, tired, worn out, looking at my own health, how I fucked up my body over the years by doing stupid shit that I shouldn't have done. And I was fucked. I didn't know what was happening because I'd never, like I said, hadn't experienced a mental breakdown at this level. And now I am. And I was petrified. To the point, and thinking back on it now, I was like, fucking idiot. What an absolute fucking idiot. Some of the shit that I was doing. In my bedroom, I have a BB gun, which is an exact replica of a Glock 17. It's fully blacked out. Got it before the law changed when it comes to the BB guns. Nowadays, if you buy a BB gun, it's got to have like the barrel and whatnot coloured. Mine's not. It's all black. To the point where I've had armed police in my house looking at it, being like, yeah, this looks fucking so realistic. We're going to allow you to keep it, but you're not allowed to take it outside. You're not allowed to take it to any kind of airsoft events or anything like that. And yeah, because of obviously, you know, armed police officers telling me how realistic it looks, I slept with that by my bedside. I thought people were going to break in to try and kill me or whatever. So I slept with that right next to me. But not only that, I used to sleep as well with a knife next to me. I'd done some stupid shit. But I was at the point where I was having voices in my head telling me to do stupid things. I experienced a heart rate of over 300 beats per minute. I was suicidal. I was going through everything and I didn't know what to do because I'd never experienced it. And in the past, when I've had panic attacks and I've had mental breakdowns and stuff, my dad's always been there for me. But suddenly now it's just me. I'm on my own. No one's got my back. I'm at home on my own. I know now if I do something stupid, no one's gonna fucking know. Fortunately, I dug deep again and sought help through professionals. I think at that point, there was no point me speaking to friends or family because nobody really knows what to say in that situation. And the only things people were saying to me royally pissed me off. Absolutely royally pissed me off to the point where they were sitting there saying, like, I know exactly how you feel, I've been through it. You haven't been through the exact situation I've been in because you've always had people around you. I'm in a house on my own, going through life at the toughest times imaginable, and there's nobody here with me. So you haven't experienced what I'm experiencing. And I've always said that saying that kind of shit to somebody who's struggling is the absolute worst thing you can fucking say. To the point where people were pushing me down a deeper, darker hole where I feel even worse when people said, I know how you feel. Because it's what they think is right, but actually it's wrong. Fucking horrible. Because now I feel like shit because I'm saying stuff and you know. I can happily say now though, I haven't had any of those thoughts over the last couple of months. I'm not cured by any sense of the word, but I know now who I can really rely on. I know who's really got my back, and if I'm in a difficult situation and I need somebody to talk to, I know who I can talk to. And it is one of those things, the age-old saying of, if you really want to know who your real friends are, go for a difficult situation. And that's the true meaning of it. I went through difficult situations and now I know who is really there for me. And I appreciate them tenfold compared to how I used to. So, yeah. So I'm feeling a lot better now. And with a lot of the stresses kind of wearing down as I've gone through the months, you know, I still don't have the tenancy for my house. But I'm hoping in the new year we'll get that done. Financially, I'm not in the best position. So I'm having to be a bit more selfish as I was before. So on Twitch, for example, gifting subs and cheering bits has dramatically dropped. I'm not doing anywhere near what I used to because I can't. And I feel shit for it. I used to enjoy just going into a stream and just dropping 10 subs. I can't fucking do that now because in reality, dropping 10 subs, that's half my fucking bedroom tax for the month. And I'm like thinking about it, it's like, yeah, I can't continue that. I'm gonna have to slow down with that shit. So I've realised a lot over this last year. So what does that mean for me for 2024? So obviously I've had ideas of videos, one of which I've been asking a few people about the non-commentary videos, which I had the idea of doing kind of like this, like I'm doing now, just doing Eurotruck videos, driving jobs, no talking, no nothing, just driving, pick up a job, drive, drop it off, and did a video. Some people said that they don't want me to do it because it's not gonna work. It's not, you know, not gonna get any views or anything like that. But then I've spoken to a few other people and they've said that they do actually get views. So just take a fucking chance. Just give it a go, see what happens. So I think for me, going into next year, I'm going to be doing some just to test the waters, see how they go, see if people do watch them, if anybody enjoys them or whatever. I'm going to give it a go. Because at the end of the day, as people say, it's easier to just not do something because you think like, oh, no one's going to give a shit. Why not just fucking try it? Just give it a go. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And yeah, see what happens. There's going to be more videos as well coming out. So I've got some more, there's a couple more House of Patu videos that I've done, and I still need to record some more. There is still that fucking bug that they haven't fixed yet. You will see it happen in episode 3 of my House of Patu videos, where it fucks up then in that video. That still happens. It seems to happen when I alt tab and then tab back in game. So I don't know what the fuck that is. So I think now I'm just going to have to try and do it without, you know, alt tabbing for any reason. Which is going to be, it's going to be a task, but we'll try it. Hopefully they can figure out something to do with that though. If not, I'm just going to have to, you know, go back to my Corsair keyboard, I think. And see if that makes any difference. I don't know. There's going to be some other videos as well. We're going to try and do some more vlogs if I can. I don't really do much throughout the day, if I'm honest. So I'll see what I can do with that stuff. Health-wise as well, I've got some issues. Like I said, you know, I've abused my body so much over the years. My dental health is fucked. My physical health is fucked. So all of that shit needs to be changed, and I'm going to start looking into that. There's a lot for me to do. Still. But I'm going to crack on with it, because what's the alternative? You know, allowing myself to get back into position where I was before? That's not an option for me. So, yeah. I'm going to do everything I possibly can to improve myself, essentially. It's going to be a rough road, but I know I've got people that genuinely care for me. And I think with that support and whatnot, I'll do it. But I know it's going to take some time. So yeah, if you're still watching this, you're a fucking madman. I do appreciate everybody watching this. I know it's been a bit difficult, you know, listen to me saying some of the stuff. I did, you know, feel myself welling up a couple of times. You'll probably notice, because there's going to be a couple of edits in this. These ones I try not to edit them. But this one's going to need some editing. But yeah, I think I sold it on quite well. Like I said, I think I said it. I'm going to try and get this out before Christmas. So hopefully I can do that. So if you are watching this and you got to this point, firstly, thank you for watching until this point. I want to thank the couple of people that were genuinely there for me this year. I've noticed some people not really talking to me as much, not being there for me or anything like that, because, you know, they've got things going on in their life. I've always said that for me, it doesn't matter what I've got going on in my life. I'll always be there to support people no matter what. It only takes 5 minutes. Not even that. You know, to say hello to somebody and whatnot. And if people can't spare just a couple of minutes every couple of days just to say hello and acknowledge you're there, then fine. Don't expect me to do it either. Other than that, I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Like I said, this year I'm not really doing anything. I think I said it anyway. I can't fucking remember what I've said now. But yeah, I'm not really planning on doing anything this Christmas. I'm on my own for the first year, so I hope everybody has an amazing day, whatever you're doing, whoever you're spending it with, or whatever. But I feel for me, 2024 is going to be a brand new me. And some people are going to fucking love me, while other people are going to fucking hate me. I'm keen to know what side of the fence you sit on. Anyway, I'm going to shut the fuck up now, because I've been going on for ages. Like I said again, thank you for watching. If you did make it this far, I absolutely appreciate you. If for some reason you like this video, a like is always appreciated. Comments as well, also massively appreciated. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Turn on notifications as well to get notified next time I upload a video, which hopefully should be Friday, like I said. Hopefully getting House of 2 up as well. And yeah, thank you for watching. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one.